Good morning, everybody. Hola, hola. Good morning. Good afternoon, depending on where you at. Y'all know we got folks that span different area codes. Good morning. I know today is my day off, but I just wanted to share something with y'all really quick that I saw last night while I was reading and relaxing, which I definitely needed. Because this might be going a million miles a minute. What am I forgetting? I don't think nothing. Okay. All right. Oh, my sweater. I'll just worry about that later. Hey, y'all. Good morning. Good morning, Queen. Did you get my reply? I said, Lord, as soon as I seen them eyes, I said, not that she rolling her eyes at me. Yeah, my water's right there. Thank you, Miss Shelley. I actually do have it. I probably need to put some more in there. Hey, Miss Ulima. Good morning, everybody. So, yep, I'm gonna need my little sweater. I'll be right back. All my robes is in the laundry. Well, no, not my other one. Hold on. Y'all, when I tell y'all my house is like 15 different temperatures, promise. The living room is a different temperature. This room is a different temperature. My room is hot. And then the kitchen, and it's a whole bunch of that. So this is why I be, the other places outside of my room, I gotta wear a cover up because it's cold. Because my air stay on 69. My kids is tripping because when they was with me and when I was married and had kids, and even before that, you could not turn my air lower than 75 or 76 ever. It was 76 pretty much all year round. 74 maybe. I keep it on 69 for sure. Keep it on 69. I know that's me. So anyway, first off, so I got 3 books now. I don't know if y'all got them or not. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, right. Yeah, yours is on 72, baby. I'm on 69, honey, and it be feeling good. I ain't even gonna lie, I sleep real good. Hey, good morning, everybody. So I'm gonna wait till everybody get in then. Everybody's getting in. Good morning. No, I'm going through menopause, Jonathan. I'm going through menopause, and this is a part of it. My body is regulating itself. Thank you, Lord. Anyway, so I was reading, and there's a couple books. So I don't know. I know y'all normally go up get the books that I get, but this is the book I was in last night. Now, childhood memories of the kids of the 60s, 70s, and 80s. What does this without the symbols remind you of? I am old enough for that. My oldest child is 26. He's gonna be 30. And if he's about to be 27 in a few like 6 months or so. I'm very much old enough for that. Been parenting about 30 years. So there's that. The playground toy. The thing we used to climb on. Y'all remember that? I fell off of one of these from the middle of the top. My lion brother said he was going to catch me, and I fell and knocked the wind out of myself. And I did not get on another one ever. Even when my kids was little, I didn't let them get on it because of that. Why would they make this a half globe They still have them in playgrounds. Why would look at the design now? Think about who we're dealing with. The children. And y'all put this symbol's toy, the jungle gym climbing thing, on a playground. Do y'all see it? This is the exact same thing we used to be on all the time. We used to be on that. We used to be on that. Tricky, tricky, tricky. Okay, so the two books that I was reading out of last night was these two books right here. So the Chaldean Oracles, and then our Gods and Goddesses, I believe. Yes, Gods and Heroes. Now, good morning. Should I wait? I should. I'm going to just wait until about 10 minutes. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. This is why I get on here and talk for about 25 minutes. Because people be like, what did I miss? And then it's repetitive things. And I don't want to do that. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to go and wait. Why is this so dark? I don't like that. So I still need to turn that light back on. Let's see if we can do it this way. Nope. You mad you didn't bring your solar panel? Where did you go? Where you go? So excited this morning. I just found out I made the Dean's list. Come on now. In real life, right? Not my list, because you always make my list. In real life, at your real school. A land to 300,000 without power. Are you serious? Congratulations. She made the Dean's list, y'all. Taji. Congratulations, Pumpkin. We got real scholars over here. In the internet world and in real life. And do. And if you ain't one, by the time you be here a year, you'll be one. How about that? Congratulations, Pumpkin. She made the Dean's list. Come on through the end. While taking a double major. Because that's basically what you're doing. As much as we study over here, you always in class over here. Didn't know you was in real school too. Dang. We got some smart people over here because she studies a lot here and you doing real. Girl, go on, get it. Go on and do it. Look, her and CJ cousins for real, ain't they? Because CJ was finishing high school while staying up till 5 o'clock at 3:30 in the morning studying all of this world politics and behind trends and all of this stuff and ancient history and still going to whatever, high school, finishing high school. For all of you that work full time and still find time to study, full time mommying and daddying is a job as well. I don't care if you stay home. You work 24 hours a day when you stay home with your kids. Don't play. Yeah, you don't get no break unless they go to school. And then you got to go do everything that you don't want to do with them asking you, can I have this? 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 Can I buy this? Mommy, mommy, daddy, daddy. Put your headphones on and get your thing and be quiet. No, don't answer nothing before we go in this store. In Detroit, my mom's power went out and came back on yesterday. Listen. Miss, this is crazy. So it's 300,000 people in Atlanta without power. Y'all had a storm? Went out yesterday at 5 p.m. Over my other niece now has power. Okay. Good morning, Miss Joy. That's crazy, y'all. Y'all still don't believe it. Hmm. They turned the water off where I live in West Hill in Arkansas. Why? They turn the water off. This is why they hate these apps. Because we get real news in real time. This is WOIU International News. I'm reporting from the office. I am CERCA TROVA. There are 300,000 people in an Atlanta suburb that are without power. There are people in Helena, Arkansas that are without water. There are reports of a spill in the northern American states that has poisoned the water. Oh, breaking news. Yeah. America has approved lab created meat. So there will be no more meat. Yeah. There will be no more real meat. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. They've already approved the vegetables as well. Okay. Yeah. Bill Gates, his fruit and vegetable company. Yeah. It's all genetically modified. Yeah, I got it. Okay. Is y'all getting it? Or no? What's the name of Bill Gates' company that's making fake vegetables that you need to be looking out for? Reporting live from WOIU. Here in Texas, they want us to conserve power between 2 and 8 due to the heat, and it will be 103 today. Portable ice makers. Portable countertop ice. As long as you got access to water, you can make some ice. And they got all kind of contraptions that you can use ice and a fan to make an air conditioner, or what we used to call a swamp cooler. So I suggest you use your time wisely instead of being on the internet looking for the newest shoes. Maybe you go and look up some crafty people that have had to live without certain stuff, so they just got an ingenuity that is unreal. Use it to learn something. I just got my ice maker and it works fast and great. Come on. You can save your food because folks is losing their food. Now we just got another 300,000 people that possibly, if they don't have generators, that their food is going to spoil in 3 days if they don't get it back up. My cousin just went through this. She lost everything in her deep freezer and everything in her refrigerator and her regular freezer. And this is why I've been asking y'all, please just buy shelf stable as much as you can. Please stock up. See, when I was saying this last year, and I was saying, y'all, people gonna lose their food, everybody said I was fear mongering. But it was what? It's like 10 states now, 7 to 10 states that have over 200, 300, 400,000 people that lost power for more than a few days, just long enough for them to lose their food. Some people work from home, so they lost a week worth of pay. That just happened to us. I'm so glad we had dry food storage in the garage. Come on. Come on now. Come on now, Jesse Ray. Come on. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I know that the people of WOIU, you guys care about your families. You care about your loved ones. You do, don't you? You do. You do not want your babies to be in the dark. You don't want your mama to be in the dark. You don't want your Grammy and your Grandpa to be in the dark. You don't want your grandbabies to be in the dark. We got people like Tone that's making sure that his adult daughters have even their sanitary needs, because it might be something they're not thinking about. And then he said, well, if they take the mark, that's on them. Then I can't help them. But if they don't, they're not going to be able to go in the store. So I want to make sure that they're okay. I was too tickled. I said, come on, Dad. Come on, Dad. Come on. Because mamas might not be. And I ain't saying that they mom ain't. But it doesn't matter who's doing it. As long as we're getting it done. I was too tickled. I was too tickled. But I love that. Because maybe it's some single dads out here that didn't think about that. Maybe it's some dads that the mom don't really interact with the kids that much, and they never thought about that. But then Tone inspired them. Uh-huh. I don't know, Miss Jen. You know what I'm saying? Our people was getting they peoples ready. Yeah, Cindy. That's why. Remember, I showed y'all they got the underwear and they got the reusable pads. So if your daughters are within, I would say 8 and 12 or older, I would suggest getting them 5 pair of the underwear and then maybe a pack of the washable sanitary napkins, because those things are not going to be in the store. They not. That's you stocked up. Good job, because it's a real thing. We have to think about that, and it sucks, but it's a reality that, oh, okay, well, hey, during COVID or different things, there were trucks that couldn't move and there was stuff sitting at the dock, so the stores didn't have it. So, what did I go to the store for and it wasn't there? I need to make sure I have that in my house just in case. Now, I know y'all like, why? Well, maybe y'all not. I ain't gonna say what I know. I reposted the video that I posted in 2019, right? And yes, I just reposted the same one because so much of that, even just since we started this, has now come to pass. It's spooky. So just think at how people was looking at CERCA TROVA back in 2017 and 2014 and 2018 and 2019 when I was saying this. They thought I was crazy as hell. They was like, bro, you need to quit reading. I said, it's coming faster than y'all know. It's already here, as a matter of fact. And I was showing them how this was going to play out. How to store water long term. There's several ways you can get Mylar bags. Put the water. I just popped my fake toenail off. I gotta do it anyway. I gotta change the color to match my nails. So moving on. You can get Mylar bags, like gallon or 5-gallon Mylar bags. Get water treatment and take the water from your sink right now. Put the water treatment in there in the silver Mylar bags, and if you do it right, it'll keep for, I think, what they say, up to 5 years or something like that. They had the boxes on Amazon. I'm sure you can find them somewhere else. They come with a cardboard box and a spout and everything. Look up Mylar water bags, large, like gallon size or 5-gallon size, and you can get those. You get the water treatment, you fill it up from the sink. They come with the hose and everything, and then you drop that water treatment down in there and you just put it up. I think they say like out of the sunlight, so like a dark space or whatever. But that's long-term water treatment. Just look up the 5-gallon or 1-gallon, bags or whatever, and then you get just the water treatment stuff. Yep. You got the ones without the boxes, 60 gallons. Oh, okay. Okay. My husband finally coming around. He finally seeing what's going on. Thank you, Jesus. I told y'all they would. Hello. Yes, can I speak to my dad, please? No, I know he's busy, but he always has time for me. Hey, Dad. Yep, so the world's waking up. Uh-huh. Yeah, the family members and the spouses of the WOIU community they're mobilizing. Uh-huh. Yep, they're seeing. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We did. We've put out the information just like you told us. Mm-hmm. It makes me excited. Yep, the blackouts came exactly like you told us they would. Uh-huh. Hold on. Y'all said say hello. Everybody said yeah. Yeah, they said hello. Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh. You said what? You said stay tuned. Uh-huh. Yeah, well, yeah, they not that. Well, you did tell us last year that it wasn't gonna be no meat, and then around the same time this year, they approved the sale of stuff that wasn't meat. Yeah. Uh-huh. And then they got fake fruits and vegetables too. Bill Gates did that. But you knew that already. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We was getting our stuff already. Uh-huh. Yeah, a lot of people didn't have to sit in the dark because they already had emergency light bulbs and stuff because we knew the blackouts was coming. You told us last year. Hot Tomato says she love you and thank you. Everybody say, hey, Dad. Uh-huh. We know you busy. We just want to tell you thank you for preparing us before the world knew to get potassium iodide, and then the president bought it 6 months later. Thank you, Lord. We just want to tell you thank you for you telling us to go get vegetables, and then they start killing all the crops, and then the place down over in France burned down. Lord, the largest produce company in the world. Yes, it did that. Uh-huh. Then you told us canned meat is meat. Go on and grab it because it ain't gonna be no meat next year. And then this year they went on and approved the sale of lab created meat, Dad. I just want to thank you. You told us to go on and get water filtration straws and emergency water filtration. And then big old things start falling into the water, God, and they started poisoning the water, Dad. We just want to thank you. We want to thank you for warning us, for opening our eyes and our ears to hear and to see. We want to thank. We just want to thank you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Thank you. The only way that they can report a water spill is after it has happened, which means could have been 10 hours ago, which means it's already traveled through the water system. But our Father told us 12 months good before they started poisoning the water to go get as many water filtration systems as we could. And y'all wonder why I don't want to go back to the other way. Why would I wait on them to tell me when he tell me in enough time so I can actually get prepared for what's coming? Why would I trade that in? Wait. Hold on. They said the state's about to charge us to travel depending on our distance. What I just put in that video? They about to stop you from being able to go state to state. I said that in 2019, y'all, because I was already researching it. That's why I didn't even know that, but y'all know I reposted that yesterday. I didn't even know. 15-minute cities funkin'. I said, get what you can get because you ain't gonna be able to go nowhere. Go get your crayons and your stuff. I said, God is warning y'all. What, Auntie, you got my DVD player. We talked about it, what, 2 months ago, and then people was without power. I said, y'all don't want to go crazy with these kids without no internet, baby. It ain't about to be none. So we need to go on and get these portable DVD players and take yourself. And then guess what happened? Folks was going crazy because the kids ain't never been 3, 4, 5, 6 days without no device and no TV in their hand. But some parents listened and went ahead and went and got some stuff so they could still have a device because they could charge it. Can I ask y'all a question? Y'all still ain't seen how amazing it is that we will have a class. We will go buy things collectively and then it's on the news. Now y'all see why I don't have a lot of friends. Because we'll be having a random conversation and then whatever, whether they call me and tell me or not, it shows up in their life. And they be like, yeah, but what I was telling y'all didn't sound like bad news to y'all. It didn't sound like I was a gloom and doom. It sounded like, oh, I need to get ready. And to the right ears, it's going to sound like the right information. To the people that don't want to hear, it's going to sound like doom and gloom. But let me ask you a question. Tell me you ain't skipping through your house now, baby. Not worried about the lights going out. Not worried about being able to cook if you got an electric stove because you got a GoSun, a butane stove. All you need is water to make some milk, make some eggs, make whatever you need to make. You got chicken, vegetables, fruits, seasonings, salt, oil, baby. So what all the other folks is stressing about, you skipping through, baby, we ain't got to do what, baby. Go over there and go look in the closet and go get them lights out of there and stop hollering now. And I told y'all, we did, mama. Okay, so go get your little charger out your room, plug your phone up to it, put your phone on there and Bluetooth your music that I told you to download. Because you got your solar panel in their window. They already got one of these in the lamp or the light bulb in their room. So as soon as the power go out, even if the lights is crackling outside, this about to kick on, babe. Be scared of what? It ain't saying that they ain't gonna be alarming, but we ain't just sitting out here like ducks either. Just placed my order for my DVD player. Come on. And they got $5 movies everywhere. Dollar Tree, Walmart in the middle. We didn't walk past them. Ain't nobody. I don't even know why they steal. Now you know why they steal. Now you know why they still got them. If you pay attention, see now when y'all walk through Walmart and Target and Sam's Club, you looking. Now why is this sitting here? Whereas before you wouldn't have even seen it because it wasn't even on your radar. But now that it is, you looking at, well, why would they put that right there? This ain't never been in here before. Because they tell you without telling you what's coming, but they know most people ain't paying attention. So you walk on by it. But if your eyes is open and you know, hold up, why are they selling dehydrated and freeze-dried food? Why is there 2 whole rows of it in Walmart all the way up to the ceiling, all the way down on both sides? Why are they doing that? Wait a minute, hold on. You had to use your DVD. Where are you at? You woke up on Tuesday with no power. Where are you? They had to use their DVD. I have hundreds of DVDs that I will let my husband throw away. God is good. Come on. You're Winston-Salem. Really? And you woke up with no power, Miss Moore, and you had to go ahead and bust your DVD player out, huh? Your portable DVD player. Vegas ain't got no water. Miss Blackwell. Can you see? I woke up 2 days ago with no power, Leander, Texas. Oh. It ain't gonna stay. Maybe it'll stay on my hair. Let me see. Yep, that'll do it. I look like Kevin Gates, don't I? With his little flowers in his hair and stuff. His little leaves and berries. I'm gonna do my Kevin Gates thing this day. I got 2. One for the and one for the now. You said you woke up with no power. You said you woke up with no power. And you said you woke up with no power. Day, you already know what's going on. We told you strategy. Strategy, strategy, strategy. Mm-hmm. Don't I look like Kevin Gates? Don't I? Now that's crazy that these glasses ain't strong enough to hold up this light, but my hair is. Y'all still think Rapunzel was light skinned? This hair like ropes. You ever seen people with wigs? You could definitely, 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 those got long enough, climb up that hair. Yeah. Like when the locks of Samson's hair got cut. Look up the Jews found their Messiah 2022, and you will answer that question yourself, Miss Blackwell. You said, let me go on and get locks for these solar lights. I ain't gonna have to hold it in my hand, am I? The Jews found the Messiah 2022. Hey. So anyway, now that we know that we are prepared more than a lot of people, thank you, God. Let's get to the lesson. Listen, I'm so grateful y'all listened. I'm so grateful for the folks that didn't listen, that you came back and said, put my stuff in my cart right now because I'm in this place or that place and we've been without power, can't cook, my food is spoiling, all of these different things. See, while other folks is out buying belts and weaves and all that stupid stuff, $400 right now on bundles is crazy. When you could take $400 and have several cans of real chicken that is dehydrated and freeze dried. You could have vegetables, you could have water filtration, you could have wool blankets, because to know that they had all these big old houses in all these places with 4,000, 6,000, 7,000 square feet, and they didn't have no generators. Do y'all know how big the refrigerator? I've been in like professional sports players' houses. I know how big their refrigerators is, and this was way back. So now they got even better stuff. They damn cabinets be as tall as me. You got to help me up here. I'm in the land of the giants around here, okay? I seen how big their refrigerators be. They be stupid. I'm talking about the big boys, okay? So you ain't got no generator in that big beautiful house of yours that we see all the time with all of the flowers and the gazillion dollars worth of stuff in it, and you can't even keep your food. I do not envy you at all. Now y'all see what I said. I don't care about that. That stuff don't matter. It's not important. And I'm not saying it like whatever. I'm saying it like now you see what's important. Who see what's important now? Having your necessities and the things that are most vital to your survival is what's popping right now. I'm not envious of nobody that got a nice car and an empty fridge or an empty cabinet space. I'm not. I don't give a damn how many fly outfits you got. Let me see your storage. Let me see your tool cabinet. Let me see your emergency stuff. That's what's gonna. Oh wow, yeah, you've been in here. Oh, this is interesting. Now you might have my attention, but the rest of that, it ain't got no use. Cause how many of those Gucci belts and how many of those $300,000 cars could run their house? Now, if it was a generator, oh yeah, bet that. Like, can you turn your car into a generator? So you don't lose all that expensive food you have in your fridge, the truffle butters and whatnot. I'm a freshman, just found out about you guys. I'm trying to play catch up, baby. Miss Blackwell, you ain't gonna have to play catch up, baby. We got a thing on my website, CERCATROVA22.com. I'm gonna tell you what you do. It's called the thank you list. You go there, you download the PDF, read the directions, and get that baby popping. Ask God to focus you on where to put your finances at, and I promise you, it's going to fall in line. It's going to fall in line. It's going to fall in line. How many people here, and be honest, y'all, for the new people that's coming, how many people here was worried about how you was going to afford it, and you changed, you paid your tithes, you did what God told you to do, stop doing certain things, and you have what you need? Please be a witness to them so that they can know. Do your thank you list, write down everything you think you need. CERCATROVA22.com, Survival 2.0 and Survival. It's the list there. You can just, okay, we see all these memes and memes and memes and hands up and memes. It was people that was like, oh, I don't got. I said, don't do that over here. If you want it, it'll show up. You sew into something, $5, $2. I promise. People started giving people gift cards. People was like, I got a gift card. You can use everything on Amazon, extra food stamps. It was all kind of stuff. I couldn't afford it, but God, come on. So you, baby, that you right on time. All you got to do is get it down, time and date it. You put thank you in front of everything that you want. Ask God to show you what to do, and it's gonna show up. I promise. You can see all these people, and there's people that ain't even here no more, but they got their stuff, and they was saying it too. Oh, I don't have a job. And I said, what that mean? That don't stop God's pocket because you don't got no job. God's pockets don't stop because you don't clock in. I'm telling you what I know. His pockets don't stop because you're not employed nowhere. You don't believe that he will move heaven and earth to bring you what you need. But he will. But he does. He lets perfect strangers. Yes, money does fall out of the sky. It sure does. You ain't never been walking and walked up on a $100 bill, $20 bill. It sure do fall out the sky. It sure do. Let perfect strangers walk up to you and hand you $500, $1,000 because God positioned you. This is why when you off track trying to do it for yourself, you don't see the miracles. But when you walk it right on in line where he wants you to be, you ain't got to do nothing strange for a little change. He gonna make sure it happen. He said, I'm going to make a way out for you, not to put yourself in sin trying to get what you want. If you just trust me, it ain't going to come from where you think it's going to come from, though. It's not going to come from where you think it's going to come from. And that's why it's a miracle, because that's supernatural. And then he wants to go talk about it. I know you don't believe me, but I got to tell you what happened. I'm telling you, I live on miracles. That's it. And have since I was 11 years old. Look under book links. Just play around in there. Just play around in there. It's a PDF. I gotta tell them that it's cheap because they was ready to go home. Okay. See? So let's get to this because I want to show y'all something. Honey, it don't matter if you can't, God can't. Listen, I just want to tell y'all something. Listen, I've been doing a lot of crying here lately because sometimes I don't understand my life. And I want to tell y'all a testimony about yesterday. So I have a cousin, and we basically like are the same age. She's about 5 months older than me, basically. But we grew up together. Like, we walked together. They said that her potty training is what got me there. Right? So I've been estranged from my family basically since I was 11. I mean, I go around them for a couple years or months, and then it'd be ugly, and then I just leave again. You know what I mean? Because it's crazy. So during different times of my life, I went through some very crazy things, and my family always had something to say about it. And I really never fired back. I really never acted crazy. I didn't. I just chilled out and went on and lived my life. Say whatever y'all want, okay? So my cousin has been dreaming. If you in here, I'm telling your testimony. So she calls me yesterday, and she like kind of emotional. I'm like, what's going on? She's like, it's hard even just looking at you. And I'm like, and like tears kind of start flowing down her eyes. I'm like, what's going on, cousin? I don't understand, right? Because we don't know, you know. And she says, I dreamed about you all night last night. She said it just kept jumping spaces and jumping spaces and jumping spaces. I'm like, oh God, what's going on? So basically, she starts out the dream. We are around my family, and my mother just starts pummeling me in my face, and I just stand there. And my cousin is trying to get her off of me, and nobody's doing nothing. It's all these people around. And she was like, I was saying to you, cousin, fight her back, like get her up off you. And she said in the dream that I kept just saying, no, just let her do all she gonna do. By this time, my throat in real life is welling up because, So then she says the scene flips, and it's someone that she knows that all of a sudden, as soon as my mom is off of me, this random person that's not any kin to us starts attacking me and trying to pull my hair out, like ripping my dreads out. Okay? I said, So then this is getting, the lump is getting bigger. So then she says, we're walking, and your brother comes, and he's talking to you, but like, he ain't putting his hands on you, but she's like just screaming, like, what did she do? What did she do? You know, she's like, why are all of these people? And by this time, tears is rolling down my face in real life. Because I had just prayed a prayer that someone could understand really my life from my point of view and what I endured as a kid and different things. And do y'all know that he sent the dream to my cousin? She said so much that her kids was like, Mama, you was crying in your sleep. She said, I woke up shaking. I'm talking about tears is coming down her face. I said, you do realize that all of that happened. There would be people that would get with my family and attack me, and they didn't even know what was going on. But because my family, my mom has jumped on me, and I stand there and I wouldn't hit her back, all of that. And she was like, cousin, I'm sorry. She was like, I did not she said, and this is just a dream. She was like, and I said, imagine living it for 34 years, 33 years. Imagine living that. My cousin was so shaken, she was tears the whole time we was on the phone. And I started to cry, and I said, it's crazy because there's so many people in our family that have done things to me. And I said nothing. I did nothing, cost me money, ruined my credit, all kinds of things. I didn't go like go on and cough up that change. I paid for it myself. I got denied apartments. I got denied phones, but I got it out of the mud. I didn't have to steal. I didn't have to take nothing from nobody. And my cousin, she told me, she said, I got a newfound respect for you. She said, because our family has did. She was like, but cousin, I didn't know. I said, just because I ain't running doing all of this don't mean. She saw this much of my life and it had her shook up. I said, imagine living that for 30-something years every day. I was a child, a kid. It was crazy. She said, I can't even imagine. Wasn't no cell phones, cousin. You couldn't get no job. You couldn't. And God protected me. 11, where you gonna work at? Who gonna rent to you at 11 years old? And if the person that's supposed to love you is calling the police everywhere you do try to stay, where do you go? Say they harboring a fugitive or a runaway that you put out. So I'm supposed to sleep on the street bed. I got it at 11. But when I didn't come back, but you was hearing that I'm surviving. And I didn't even grow up in that type of, I literally was a spoiled rotten kid when it came to things and opportunities in school and playing the violin and gymnastics. Oh yeah, that part was all together. The fine clothes and the, nice furnishings in the house. They had all that. But it didn't mean anything. It meant nothing. Okay? So be careful when you're judging people. Be careful when you quick to spread somebody else's business, because if you don't know the other side, you could be adding to your punishment. You could be adding to some hell in your life, baby. Keep your mouth off of people. Keep your mouth off of people. You don't know why God is taking that person through the stuff that they're going through. And you folks so quick to have an opinion on somebody else's walk. You better stop before you be walking in their shoes. And some shoes is a little tight or a little too big, and you're going to keep getting tripped up your own still. Watch your mouth. Because at 12 years old, I was going into houses laying hands on people. I was going into houses at 12 years old because my grandma already showed me what to do, telling fevers to leave. You cannot have this soul. Y'all don't know. I had been raised up in the church, so I saw intercessory prayer. I knew spirits because I didn't know then I was an empath. I know that's discernment as well. I didn't walk out of people's houses and hit 12 years old. Now, it's some bullets about to fly through here. And then folks say, yeah, we was going to ride down on y'all butt. Now, ain't no butt. It was angels in the way. Y'all couldn't get to us because it was angels in the way. And I was 12 years old, sitting up in there. Everybody, that ain't going to protect us, but I know what will. I'm going in the kitchen and finding some oil, man. She crazy now. We about to live. Just because y'all don't believe it don't mean it don't work for me. I didn't have nobody but God. That's it. I have been betrayed by everybody I know. From mama, daddy, grandma, all the way down, all the so-called friends, all of them. And I still had to be in their face and not say nothing. And I bust them in their stuff and I cut up because God was showing me something. He was showing me how to recognize character. He was showing me how to recognize snakes and folks that make a lot of noise, but really my business was put on Front Street all the way to Germany, all the way to Korea. Folks that ain't seen me in 10 years calling to tell me so-called about my life. God said, don't say nothing. Don't fight. And I didn't. I let people say what they was going to say, and I lived my life. But they didn't know in the secret of my home. When I held my so-called bastard babies, I dedicated them to God. And I cried over my children at 16, 19, 22, and 23. And I asked God to give me the things to pour into my children so that they could understand. I taught my children about God and prayer early. My kids used to come home from school, Mommy, please, can you please pray? I said, no, you pray. My friend, she don't have no food and her dad is hurting her mom. What? But I can't tell anybody because she doesn't want to leave her sister. See, y'all don't know. We wasn't no two-parent home, but my babies came home like, she don't got no clothes. She don't got no drawers. I saw her socks, they dirty. She don't got no food at her house, Mommy. Can you take it to the counselor and ask the counselor to give it to her? They still do it now, and they grown. Bringing people's kids to me saying, Mama, I know you're going to take care of them. I know you said you tired of kids, but can you please watch this baby for me? It's my friend's daughter, and she don't have nobody to keep her baby mama, and I know. They call me the baby whisperer. For real. Oh, no, we're not doing all that crying, baby. Come on. TC, Grandma, Nana, we can't. We got to get you soothed. What is going on? Are you wet? Are you dry? You want somebody in your face? Okay, I'll talk to you. Over. Hey. but life experience. Helping my cousins with their kids. They 15, 16. I was 16 when I had my son, but I had already helped so many of my young parent cousins raising their kids that I was ready. Sad to say, but I was. And I also saw that Jordans and stuff, you can go buy your baby Jordans, but then they don't got no Pampers. I didn't make that mistake. My son was going to wear $2 little cute sandals from Walmart and whatever else. Somebody else buying them, fine. I'm not buying that because I need him to have wipes all 30 days. I need him to have his baby food and he got no. And I was 16. But I saw different things in different people's houses and I said, mental note, don't do that. Babies ain't got no milk for 7 days. Sugar water bottles. Oh, hell no. I nurse my kids. I ain't going to have to worry about that. It's always about to be some milk around. What you mean? That's the reason I nurse my kids. Like, oh, God, baby's crying. Ain't no milk. Ain't no milk. Oh, no. No. Mm-mm. I saw babies with rashes because you're trying to buy them the high dollar Pampers and can't afford that. You better take your butt to Costco and get a box so you can change that baby every hour on the hour. Who gives a damn? They pissing in it. Stop doing things and then behind the closed doors, those babies are being abused because you so stressed out trying to keep up a lie. Let the lie go and let them babies live. Y'all crazy. Making them perform. Y'all worse than the dance moms now. For real. My daughter called me the other day telling me, I can't believe you let me go out. Y'all remember the toe socks that came way up here? She had on a brown, white, and something, a rainbow color one, a tanky like this that it was brown and it had flowers on it, and some stripe or flower shorts. None of it matched. And these big old orange glasses with this big crazy bow in her hair. And she said, you really let me go out like that? You felt creative. I thought it was a cute outfit. That's fine. I'm not going to fight with you. If that's what you want to wear with some flip-flops, let's go. I'm over it. Let's go. I don't care. It make you happy. One of my daughters had on a big orange bow, a tutu. I think the tutu was blue or black. Some green, some purple, like and silver things with some chucks. Hey, do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. But now they dress their tail off. And they're comfortable in what they like because they learned not what everybody else likes on me, but I like this. So it doesn't matter if anybody else on the planet likes it. I like it and it makes me feel good. That I was working on their character and their self-esteem building exercises. Do you feel comfortable in it? Yes, I like it. Okay, well then it don't matter who else like it. So when they went to school and the little girl said, you thought that was cute, it was ugly. She said, so why you worried about it? Because I like it. And then the same little girl come to school 2 days later with the same outfit on, just a different version of it. I said, you see why she told you it was ugly? Because she really liked it. And now she done went and had her mama go buy her almost, they always gonna tell you they don't like it. And then they gonna go do it. This is the stuff I was teaching them in kindergarten and first grade. Because they're going to deal with these people at work. They're going to deal with these people in college. They're going to deal with these people at restaurants. They're going to. It is your job to prepare your children for this world. And it does not start with telling them they just the best, because that's not the truth. They're not the best at everything they do. It's always going to be somebody better. So you set them up for that too. It doesn't matter if they do it better than you. Do you feel happy about what you did? Okay, so then that's your best, and that's all you got to worry about. Somebody else's best don't have nothing to do with you. Somebody else's hair don't have nothing to do with yours. Somebody else's shoes, do you like your shoes? Yes. They was laughing at them. So do you like them? You picked them. So now you just gonna wear stuff that other people like? They gonna tell you your clothes ugly every day because they know they can, and you gonna change it. Oh, thank you so much, Pumpkin. But I wouldn't have. Thank you, Miss Isabel. Thank you. I'm excited. Yeah. Y'all better start letting these kids live. Y'all be the first person telling them to be insecure because y'all don't let them be free. Now, I ain't talking about free crazy. You ain't walking out of here with your whole nothing. But if they like it and it don't match, so what? If they want to wear a Bob the Builder shoe and a boot, let them do it. And they will. A Bob the Builder shoe and a boot, a rain boot, or a croc and a church shoe. No, I want to wear these. You'll be like, okay. Let them, and it, Jesus, have they suit jacket on with their shorts. Let them do it. Let them do it. Listen here, just let them. Princess dresses with a tennis shoe and a church shoe and one ponytail because they done did their own hair and all of this they done slick down with grease. Let them do it. Don't kill their creativity before it gets started. I'm gonna let them do this weekend. Girl, just let them. You the one gonna be tickled. And when people and old people, they be so sweet. Oh, did you dress yourself? Yes. My mom did not pick my clothes. And they just be walking. And they be like, oh, your outfit cute, girl. Thank you. I dressed myself. I picked my shoes myself. They be so damn excited. You be like, you look like a damn clock. Come on and don't touch nothing in this store. I don't care if you picked your outfit. You ain't getting no toys. That's all the recognition you gonna get today. Yes, they be proud of their outfit. These should they did. Let them. Let them. Let them. Because if you don't, then it's more about you and what you think than what they think. You had your time. You get to pick your clothes. Okay, some stuff you wear, folks should have said something to you, but they didn't, and you went out thinking you was cute. And it was an epic fail, so let them have their fails now. Just let them do it now. Everybody like, damn, she right, boy, because I look back at, I don't know what I was thinking. Let them have it now. You said, oops, let them have it now. You better let them have it now before they be embarrassing you at 15. Let them have it now. Let them have it right on now. Let them have it now. All right. So back to class. I was in this here book. What? Did I have it right the first time? Yes. And then I was in this here book. I was showing y'all this. And then I was in this here book. Now, would y'all like to know what I found out? And y'all know this is all my notes from last night. So y'all already know. I wasn't even in here like 5 minutes. And look. And then I had to get my iPad and look up some stuff. And I took pictures of it with my phone because my Siri is not working for some reason. Okay. So let's do this. And I'm just gonna read to y'all. It's just bear with me, okay? Because I'm going. Okay. So it says it should be also noted here that IGs, however you say IGs, connectors and teletarks were all regarded triadically by the Neoplatonists. Not only did the three together form a triad, but each individually was a triad conceived. So three, three, and three, nine, right? Divine order, which is crazy. This triadization was a result of linking all three in some way to the three worlds. Earlier, Proclus, whom Celis was dependent, had already assimilated the Chaldean system to the intellectual and the intelligible triads of his own system, right? Thus, a triadic understanding of these three entities became inevitable. Now, what they're talking about is, well, let's just keep reading it and I'm gonna break it down to y'all. Okay, so it says angels and demons are also a part of the Chaldean system. And like the hinges, connectors, and teletarchs, play a role in the theurgic elevation of the soul. Now, do me a favor, real quick, go look up theurgy, and we've already looked this up. Can you guys go look up theurgy? Because I'm about to bust y'all head. Just get ready. I think they did. Theurgy. What is theurgy? Y'all got it? Ooh, the effect of supernatural or divine agencies in human affairs. Uh-oh. The ritual practice is associated with the invocation or evocation of the presence of one or more deities. Oh, okay. Magic. Theu. What is it? Theur, I believe, GY. That should get you close. Okay. So we know that theurgy is magic. It's actually one of the highest two forms of magic. Did y'all see that? Yeah. It's one of the highest two forms. It's actually like the first. Okay. Keep that in mind. Okay, so listen. The Chaldeans, okay, say that the hinges, the connectors, and the teletarchs play a role in the theurgic elevation of the soul. So there's these three sets of beings that help you get into magic. They help you start to practice it. Okay? In the Chaldean system, there are rankings of these spiritual beings that help you do magic. Yeah. Just stay there with me because we're going somewhere. Y'all ready? Okay. It says, in the first instance, the Porphyry quotes a hymn which designates three classes of something I can't read in Greek. Those who remain in the presence of the supreme God, those who are separated from him, and those who praise him with hymns. Those who are separated from him, and those who praise him with hymns. The first and the third groups can be classed together and favorably compared to the cherubim and the seraphim of Jewish angelology. As for the second group, Louis equates these ministering angels as the ministering angels who aid in the ascent of the soul with the hinges. So it's talking about these different like spiritual beings. So he says, in addition, Celis distinguishes a class of archangels in the Chaldean chain. Although no such angels are mentioned in the extant fragments, the notice of Celis, whatever it is, to the effect that Julian the Chaldean prayed, listen to this, y'all. Julian the Chaldean prayed that his son to be, Julian the Theurgist, would receive the soul of an archangel. I'm reading from the Chaldean oracles. Now, here we go. Y'all ready? Do me a favor. Oh wait, let me keep going because before I get there, I want to show y'all this real quick. Okay, so it says the oracles also mention demons, specifically evil demons, the presence of which was widely accepted in the popular imagination of the time. Such demons were believed to inhabit, listen to this, such demons in ancient Mesopotamia were believed to inhabit all aspects of the sublunar world and be responsible for the passionate element in humans, as well as the source of sickness and disease. The oracles identify the following types: terrestrial demons, atmospheric demons, water demons, and perhaps lunar demons. In addition, these demons are described as bestial and shameless and denounced as dogs. Isn't that all of the stuff that Solomon's ring took care of? Those the demons of the air, under the earth, the blaza, 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 blaza. So the ancient Chaldeans and the ancient Mesopotamians believed that there were classes of these spiritual beings that helped you get into magic. You mean like the ones, and they were the top three, so I'm sure 9 times out of 10 these people was probably some of the fallen that made the or is that like Poseidon, Zeus, and somebody, and then their triad under them? We going somewhere with this. I got y'all. Just bear with me. So now, please go look up Julian the Chaldean and Julian the Theurgist. Julian the Chaldean. Google Julian the Chaldean and Julian the Theurgist. Also, the Julian calendar. When they said it came from a pope, and I said, it's older than that. The Gregorian calendar, which is the celestial calendar. The Gregori were some of the fallen angels that fell. Oh, that's another name for the fallen, is the Gregori. And we have the Gregorian calendar. And when those angels fell, they began to live in time because God took his El, which is the name of God, off of them, disowned them, and they started to live in time with us. Even though they were still intergalactic beings and they could move around, they started to live in time. Like a clock that didn't tick for them before, now ticks. A work attributed to have been revealed, Zoroaster, to Julian the Theurgist, also known as Julian the Chaldean. Good morning. So Julian the magician, Julian the Magi, the Chaldean, where we know for a fact that they had amongst them the Magi, the devils and evil spirits, being Babylonian and Assyrian, incantations. Wouldn't that be witches and warlocks doing incantations and spells? This is the Chaldeans now. The Babylonians here, they would be considered the Chaldeans. This is them. Against the demons, schools of vampires, hobgoblins, ghosts, and kindred evil spirits which attack mankind. Now, we have Julian, the Chaldean, asking God, or the gods, to inhabit an archangel into the spirit of the soul of an archangel into his kid. And then he was known to be one of the biggest magicians, I guess, wherever, right? In ancient Mesopotamia, this dude. Is that the name of the demon in Ghostbusters? What name? What Ghostbusters? I ain't seen the new one. What you talking about? Tell me. Is it? I haven't seen it. What name? The Grigori? Zoroaster. Oh, I don't know. I'm going to have to go watch it. It's called the Chaldean Oracles. The Chaldean Oracles. The Grigori. Okay. I'm going to have to, I haven't watched it in a long time. I'm going to have to go back and watch that too. You're welcome. Okay. So we got that. Now listen to this. It says, as these dogs are blind, since the Chaldean tradition associated with Hecate, since the Chaldean tradition associated Hecate with nature, it was a logical step to identify the traditional hounds of Hecate with the demons that inhabit nature. Hecate then became the mistress of these demons. Now, in Ghostbusters, old girl did have hellhounds, didn't she? The mistress of the hellhounds. Like on Percy Jackson, old boy's wife could control the hellhounds. Hades' wife. Okay. Okay. I'll have to look it up. Okay. All right. So we going somewhere with this now. Hold on. Remember that these demons were bestial. Remember that. Okay? Remember that. Okay? You got me? Now, everybody know who Imhotep is? What if I told you that Imhotep and Asclepius are the same person? I need y'all to go look up something. Pius. I'm about to bust your head. Come on. Asclepius. Yes, Joy. Now, if you want to get real jazzy, do AE with the same spelling. the god of medicine and healing. Did y'all know that Asclepius and Imhotep are the same person now? The only reason that stood, I'm like, I seen Asclepius somewhere. Oh my God. Uh-oh. First, I'm about to show y'all the picture that I got yesterday, well, last evening. I said, what? I'm going to show y'all the picture first. Y'all see that? Y'all see the picture? This looks like my uncle. I promise it do. My uncle that passed away 2 years. Y'all see this? Now I'm about to show y'all something. Y'all see what that say? Asclepius and Imhotep are the same person, which goes on and solidifies again what we read in our Big Green book about Roman and Greek mythology being based on the Akkadians, the Babylonians, the Assyrian and the Babylonians, or the Chaldeans. We know this. It tells us this, and it just keeps on. Because I was reading that, and I went and looked up Imhotep, and I was researching this Chaldean oracles, and this is how I got over here. So if you type in Asclepius, it shows white folks. But if you know what you're looking for, you know that Asclepius is Imhotep. Remember when I showed y'all, if you look up Maccabees for Maccabees, it's going to show white folks. But if you go look up Meqbyan or AN, it's going to show you a dude that look like he's from Ethiopia. Who picked up on that? Now, before we go, well, let's do this real quick. And this is why I say it keep bringing us right back here. I told y'all, but you gotta have the books. You gotta know where to look. You gotta. All right. Oh, that. So right there, again, it says right here, instead of the Chaldeic, the Greek names of the kings of Babylon. The Greek names of the king of, so what the Greeks called the kings of Babylon and Assyria are herein given as they are most commonly found and used. So when you see Juno, Jupiter, Neptune, Vulcan, all of that, it's really the Greek names for the Assyrian and the Babylonian kings or the Chaldees. Okay. All right. So then when I go over here and I get my Greek mythology book here of the gods and goddesses, and I go back to the table of, not the table of contents, but back here in the index. Oh. See right there where it says Asclepius, but you see what it got in front of it? A AE. And we know what that AE is for. Because the first people was naming Ethiopia with an AE. And Egypt had an AE. And the Egyptian sea had an AE. Matter of fact, it's up here on this thing somewhere. It's up here. All this stuff up here started with AE on this old map. The equator was spelled AE. So Asclepius, you see that? Now he right in here. This is the dude that trained Hercules. We know Hercules is real now because he married Abraham's granddaughter. So Chiron, which was the half goat, half man, was living at the same time that Hercules. Is y'all getting this? Well, it makes perfect sense because he lived in ancient Mesopotamia where the fallen angels not only went into the women, they went into the animals as well. But now that I know that Asclepius is actually Emotep, it makes even more sense. Is y'all getting all of this? Is y'all getting it? Is y'all picking up when I'm slapping down on the table? You got that? Okay. Who was here when we read the letter yesterday? Who was here when we was? Y'all. Let's go get it. Book 2. Uh-huh. Y'all see this name? Y'all see it? Y'all see the name right there? Zeus right there. You see it? Y'all see this name? We know that this was the ancient library of Egypt, right? We know that we was reading about when they was building that first the library in Egypt only had 200,000 books and they was trying to get it to 5. So this is probably Alexandria, the Library of Alexandria. You know what I'm saying? We know that, right? That was ancient Mesopotamia, right? Right? That was ancient Mesopotamia when that was being built, right? Y'all. Who is in our mythology book of the god and goddesses? I'm over it. Oh yeah, I'm not done. But ain't that crazy? Now guess what Asclepius' mama name is? Guess what Asclepius' mama name is? Y'all ready? Arsenal. 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 Wonder if that's where we get the word arsenal. Because I'm sure she was probably a goddess of war. Madonna refrained from throwing. Honey, I know. I did it last night. I ain't gonna lie. I did it last night. I said, oh. But you will tear up your books. This is why you got to get the paperback and the real one. Ain't that crazy? Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry. Hold on. So now that we know that all Greek and Roman mythology was built like off the Assyrian and Babylonian kings, this is where the rest of the stories are. They hit them right in front of your face. So if you want to know what happened with the angels' kids, here you go. Because they were the gods and the heroes, the rulers and the warriors. You mean exactly what it said in Enoch? And what it said in Genesis about them being the mighty men of renown, the warriors in Genesis 6 right there when Nephilim was on earth? But the stories ain't in there, but they right here. They in all the mythologies from the Japanese and the Chinese and the American Indian and the everybody else and the Norse and the beast and the Persians and the swords and steams and the witches and the wizards and the African tales and the gods and the monsters and the Greeks. There they go. Right here. And they've been selling it to you the whole. Oh, even this book here has so much meaning because what was the Magic Mountain? What's the name of the Magic Mountain that we know for sure? What's the real name of the Oh, Mount Hermon. Oh, Mount Hermon. So what what wasn't the angel wasn't the heroes and the guys on the mountain? Ain't that where they had to go? At the top of the top of the top of the top in Percy Jackson to go see Zeus Neil. The Magic Mountain. Olympus. So if Greek and Roman mythology is based off the Chaldeans or the Assyrians and the Babylonians, the Akkadians and all of the giants, y'all better go get your books. Because if you want to know about Genesis 6 and the giants that was listed in the Bible City, what they did was they called it mythology. But if you know what you know, and then you can put two and two together, you know where to go find the stories. Just like when we was thinking about old Petro, we gonna call him Petey, and we looked up that the dude that guarded Jesus's tomb with the large stone came from the place where the centaurs was from in Rome. And when we got our lovely map out and we saw that they could take a boat ride right over from the top of Africa right over to Rome, it wasn't nothing. And if you a giant, it really ain't nothing. Olympus is Mount Hermon. What do you think? Where was the gods at? Where did they make their decision? Where is the real location of the UN at? Not the one in New York, the real one. It's on the top of Mount Hermon right now. So the United Nations rule over us. The fallen angels that were the judges of all people living made the decision up there that cursed the world. And the Bible says that the rulers of men this time are going to help destroy the world again. Oh, okay. And they put it in the same place. Ain't that funny? Well, what you got to say about it? No, they didn't took it off. It might still be on Google. The real location of the United Nations is on top of Mount Hermon. Now, they might have been construed it because folks figured it out. Celsius has a clinical research institute in Cali and a bunch of medical journals. Really? Here we go with the names. I wonder if they do gene study. That's going to be crazy. Do they do gene study there? Okay. Nothing is where they say it is. You know it. Isn't this just so interesting? But if you know where to go, then you know where to go. Now, dealing with that, are y'all ready? While we're talking about locations. Did some study in my little book last evening. And look what I came. Look, before I do that, let's do this. The Bible says that all flesh. Is that a spider? Oh no, that's a dust bunny. funny. I was about to be like, oh my dad. The Bible and Enoch and some other books say that all flesh corrupted itself. Enoch says that they went into the fish and the birds and the everything. It says that's what it said. It said they went into all of that, right? They did. That's what it said. Uh-huh. And so, why do I keep passing it? Ah, the Ammonites. We didn't did this, but it's deeper now. See this? You're gonna see this symbol right here everywhere in magic. And it's so crazy that these beings are called the Ammonites because there was a race of people in the Bible called the Ammonites. And when we look and we see that there was fish gods and sea gods, even on y'all Moana, this is the symbol that they're using, right? We know this. The Ammonites, right? This is my dinosaur book. Okay? Now, geomancy is earth grids and ley lines. Okay? Ley lines, positions of things. Now, look at this. Why in the world would a place that used to be used by giants be now a Catholic church site? And if you don't know, almost all of the well-known Catholic church sites are built on top of these things. Did you know? But why do we see that same symbol there? You see that St. Michael's Mount in Cornwall where two pairs of global energy lines cross? Oh, do you see the symbol there down at the bottom? So I wonder if the ancients that came out of the sea and walked on land, there he is, wanted to put their symbols up everywhere to show who and what they were, because those designs are in all places. So there was a group. You can go back and watch it on the thing, honey. Okay, just go back and watch the rewatch. Astronomical alignment. They talking about this Stonehenge. The first ley line hunters. Y'all look up the Straight Track Club. Look up the Straight Track Club and look and see what they used to do. You're welcome. CERCATROVA22.com. That way, if any books you miss, you just go there and go to the replay of the day. Who are they? And when were they around? Geomancy. It's a book called Geomancy. Who were they? You're welcome. You can get it on Amazon. 1925. Good job, India. Okay, what they do? The old straight track, it's mounds, beacons, moats, sites, and markstones. First published 1925. And they marked the grounds. They studied the space between these monuments. Now, so in 1925, British and all of these people, they was trying to find the ley lines between these monumental mounds and stuff, right? Right? Remember that, 1925. They just not figuring out that these things exist. The mounds and the ley lines, right? Y'all with me? These were the elites, the British and the well-rounded folks, and they just not figuring out that these things exist, okay? 1925. Y'all remember this book I showed y'all yesterday? This book was made in 1917. And remember I showed y'all that this is when started really traveling and going and seeing what was going on in the rest of the world. So this book literally was made before they start figuring out about the ley lines. It's think too. This is them traveling. This is his travel log. These are all the places that this dude went. Japan, China, Panama, Egypt, Venice, London, Switzerland, Yellowstone, and the like. And this is the book about when he went to Egypt. And where else did he go? In this one, it's like Egypt, southern Italy. So it was Egypt and southern Italy that he went to in this one, and Switzerland. Okay? Wonder what he was looking for. Because right after that, and I'm going to tell you, if you notice in there, I told y'all, these elite clubs back then, they would go travel and they would bring the information back and put it in a book for their friends. Well, I go get the books, not that they wrote to the public, but the books that they wrote to their friends. And in here, when you go look at Egypt, it is not the Egypt that they be showing us today where everything is all broke up. Like, this is how we found out that in front of those statues, it used to be a whole beautiful garden. In 1917, in front of these two statues, it was not sand. It was beautiful grass, almost as tall as the people. But anytime you see this being this now, it's all sand there. So in 1917, it was not sand. It was grass. And in 1917, this is how black the folks that was running through Egypt was. He the same color as them. Don't believe it? I'm about to show you again. Look, this is when they first started getting over there. They was helping them climb up. Look at them. Distinguished folks. You see them. Gotta help you up there. So if this was your native place, why you don't know how to get up there and stuff? I just don't be understanding. They black too. A cure for indigestion. You see those ladies? And look what it says. The oldest mosque in Cairo, built by the man who conquered Egypt in the name of the one God. Muhammad is prophet. Look at that. Proof of deity or piety. Excuse me. I'm reading. So that's a Muslim back then in 1917. And the women that were at the mosque in 1917. That look like Tupac. That look just like Tupac. Look at that. Don't that look like Tupac? This look like the folks they said is Indian now. Right here. Andre 3000. Somebody. It's one other picture I'm looking for. You could tell they just got here. Look at this. It's the capital of a now rich and prosperous nation, numbering 10 million souls. Cairo had 10 million souls in it in 1917. I was trying to find. It's one other picture I wanted y'all to see. The petrified forest in Cairo. They was going to the petrified forest. You see him? He got a fez on, though. It's really one other picture. Oh, there we go. We've seen it already again. An African saint. Now, how you walking around in Africa with all of that on and you're not hot? But there was real African saints back in the day. It did not get light skinned until just recently. You said it. In the last 200-300 years is when they got light skin. Prior to that, when you go back and look, it wasn't too much of that moving around over there. But they didn't whitewashed all the pictures. So, and now y'all see why when we see Cleopatra and they got her as a white woman with a braided wig. Baby, white women do not wear braided wigs. But every black church got a black woman with a braided bob wig and some gold things on it, and her old lady hat on top of it. Every church, every last one of them gonna have a mother that's gonna throw her braided bob wig on, that a dollar them clamp them little things on there, and she gonna have that sparkly hat on at the church. They still wearing them now. And I'm not being racist. I'm just letting y'all know that it's still happening where it was happening, because it's still happening. It's still happening. It's still the adornment of the hair it ain't changed. We went from little kid bobbles and beads, braids and beads to grown with knockers in our hair. We ain't changed. We still wearing braids and beads. Grown women, well, I'm about to put all these charms in my hair, honey, and be click-clackety down the street. That's because it's nostalgic for us. It's nostalgic, honey. It takes us back to jumping and click, 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 because our bobbles is knocking together. What you mean? Or doing like this and hearing your beads go click, 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 click. Click, 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 click. It's still nostalgic for us. It still is. It's the same. It's still here. Very rarely gonna see a white woman with a braided bob and some gold things in her hair. You very rarely gonna see a white woman with a braided. I mean, now yes, a little bit more, but prior to about 4 months ago. Yeah, you is not gonna see a corporate woman in white America with no braided hair and all of that. Not in the office, you know. Absolutely not. But in corporate America, you will see that. Matter of fact, she about to go get his slave to the gods, honey, and come through knocking with them beads. Meeting ready. You hear me? It is gonna be. That's her putting her crown on, baby. Let me go and put these jewels up in my hair and adorn my crown the way that it's supposed to be adorned. And if you go back and you look through history, the women of color always adorn their hair with beads and flowers and feathers and gold and silver and all of these ivory beads and all of these beads made from whatever. This is what we put in our hair for since the foundation until now. My daughter mad right now because my granddaughter like, get these. She put some beads on her hair. She snatched all of them out. Like, I said, she ain't ready. Go on and put a little bit of rest on. Gonna have to give her a couple more years. She ain't ready for that. Shells and everything else. Yes. So when you go back and look at the hieroglyphs, really pay attention and say, now, do this look weird? Because do I still see this? No. And whatever is in you, tradition wise, or whatever is taught to you, is going to be passed down from tradition. I mean, from generation to generation to generation. Well, it's the rite of passage for little black girls to be able to get enough hair to French braid and get some beads on it, baby. That is a rite of passage for women of color to be able to get braids and beads on your baby's hair. You be trying to. Yep, she got a little bit of. Soon as she get about this much, baby, she can have 3 beads on her. She gonna be click-clacking. Be waiting on your baby here to drape a little bit. Look at her. Go like this, mama. Go like this, mama. Show your daddy. Shake your daddy. Shake your hair for your daddy. Do like this, mama. Shake it. Shake your hair for your granny, baby. Shake it. Go, mama. Come on, Tutu. Come on. I already know how to go. Grandma, look. Look at her. I need her hair, Grandma. Look. Hello, Baba. It's hanging. My baby draping. All right. Listen, y'all. I had 3 girls and a son. I already know how to go. What you say? Yeah, all my nieces. All of them. Come on. I see you, mama. Look at her. Her little beads in her hair and stuff. She's so cute. Oh, girl, you did her hair real. I'm going to try that on Nana hair next time. I never thought of that. Listen, you said my baby girl right now. So, family, I ain't trying to be funny, I'm saying, but when you go back and you look at these ancient hieroglyphs, look at the hair. Look at the pictures. You can't hide everything. You gotta look. You gotta see with your eyes and not your hands. People say, can I see that? You use your hands, your eyes to see, not your hands. Right. The hair tell it all. So back to what I was saying. Who's blown away that they'll show you a picture of Imhotep, but we know that Imhotep and Alcibiades are the same person? And then when you go Google that, they show you a white statue in Rome. Excuse me, but it's the same story. Just like the Maccabees and the Maccabees and all the other names that have been changed. Now we know why the same pyramids are in Egypt. The same stone structures that are in Egypt are in Japan and everywhere else, because prior to the flood, everybody wanted to be a ruler. Not only that, there were hybrid beings living on the planet because I just read something about an Ethiopian king that reigned for 400 years, it said, and he was a snake man. Y'all looked him up? Look up the Ethiopian snake king. Ethiopian snake king. And we know at this time that people were living to over almost 1,000 years. We know this. We know this. That was in Conan the Barbarian. Medusa too. But did y'all look him up? The Ethiopian snake king. He was half dragon, half snake, or half snake, half. You found it, Ellington. Yes, butterfly. The snake king. Are we? Isn't that interesting? The beast in G's is the snake king who ruled for 400 years. Wonder if he had daughters that could have possibly been Gorgons, maybe? Because it sure do show that it was snake people with just a snake face, not snake hair. When you go back and you look at ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs, there are snake people that have a head full of locks. He was a giant serpent. His name means wild beast. Who knew that there was an Ethiopian snake king who ruled for 400 years? Who knew? It says, I was wondering, Taji, he was destroyed by the founder of the Solomonic dynasty. Really? I was wondering if somebody was going to grab it. I wrote it down. I said, oh, that's interesting. Remember I was talking about the monsters were still around at that time? Wanuba ruled the country for 400 years. Oh, Moon Empress. Thank you. Oh, my foot just fell off. Good job. So we know that prior to the flood, men was living up to 900 years. So I wonder if that's why they call them the immortals or the originals. They sacrificed their virgin daughters to calm illness and hunger. Endless hunger. Oh, okay. They worship the snake in Japan. They do. He was a tyrant who demanded sacrifice. Can I ask you a question? What did Og and his homeboys and them do? What did they sorceresses or their wives do? What did they practice? It says he ruled a tsunami believed to be the great-grandson of Noah. After a tsunami believed to be the great-grandson of Noah. The Bible says it was giants on the earth before the flood and after. The flood was to kill the Nephilim, but did all of them die? Because the Bible said they coming back at the end time to help destroy the earth. And they keep finding all of these underground cities, and they knew that the flood was coming, didn't they? Who knows that the giants knew that the flood was coming? Because who did they go talk to and told them, oh, yeah? Enoch. So you don't think that the super strong beings were able to bury underground? They're talking about these tunnels now that take you from Egypt to the United States, and tunnels that can take you from here to Japan underneath the ground, and they trying to figure out who dug them. Well, if it was the earth was gonna be covered with water for 100 and something days or whatever it was, you know, straight underground. And it never said anything happened to the fish animals. It's just like land. And we still got all of these good old mermaids and whatnot out here. They were the mountain builders, so they know how to make pathways. Come on, Amber. They built mountains. That's what they did. They made mountains. Mhm. Well, now that we know Asclepius is Emotep, I hope and pray that y'all about to go on and go get y'all gods and goddesses book out and then get your Egyptian history book out and start looking at where the stories compare, just like the Maccabees and the Maccabees. Because if you believe a lie and you don't go researching it and you only take it at face value, then you would think that Asclepius and Emotep are different people, or the Maccabees and the Maccabees are two different races of people, or two different people altogether. But when you read the stories, you see the stories are the same. And now that you know that all Roman and Greek mythology is, we even know the Norse is built off of the Assyrian and Babylonian kings because they were in Ur with the Nephilim, wasn't it, y'all? We know this to be true as well. See that? Who lived there? The Nephilim. And the region of torture of the Nephilim. We know where that is, don't we? And then right there, it says the Nephilim were in Erd. But we know that the giants at first lived in Ur. Yeah, thank you. Ur, right? We know that they lived in Ur. So this is Norse mythology telling us the same thing that Genesis says. That the Nephilim were in the earth. They lived above. You mean in the mountains? Oh, surrounding Israel and everywhere else in Japan, they went and they found the highest mountains to do sacrifices and stuff on. Because this is Norse mythology. And they lived in Ur, where the Nephilim was. Now, if I go here and I put that back and I just go right here, we just gonna do it. We just gonna get this little book right here called the Bible. Go to Genesis 6, just so we can see why what we just read. Oh, there it is. There it is right there. It say the Nephilim right there. The flood and the Nephilim. The Nephilim were on the earth in those days and also afterward when the sons of God went to the daughters of men and had children by them. They were the what? The heroes of old and the heroes of renown. Oh, oh, oh. So the Bible tells me that the Nephilim lived in Ur, Canaan, all of that. Because it said Joshua said they look like grasshoppers. And if I pull out that book, that LaRousse Book of Mythology, the regular people sitting on 6-foot horses look this big. And those statues, which would have been ancient Mesopotamia, all them statues in Egypt and Persia, that's massive, makes sense because those people look like grasshoppers to them, and that's exactly what it says in Numbers 13 and 33. And then I go to Norse mythology, and they say, oh, the Nephilim lived in Erd. They added a D, but it was really Ur. Did they travel to the cold lands? Yes. We know that because the book of Og, king of Bashan, who is listed in the Bible as well, fought in 100,000 giant war. And he said it was brothers from the cold lands and brothers from the Nephilim from the cold lands and Anakim from the hot lands and such the black. We know he was an Ethiopian giant or a Sudanese giant, which would have been at that time because they was from the places closer to the equator. Some of them escaped to Scotland. Some of them, they escaped all over the place because they were having giant wars and they were being run off. But it was the dragon siblings from the Far East that had white hair and blue eyes. And if you believe that Og lived, because he's in the Bible, he's listed, then you have to know that he got a story because he was a king. Where did I put it? Probably on the ground here. It is. Oh, somebody said they escaped to Ireland. Yeah, because this used to be Ireland. You are, not IR. Just like Iraq didn't used to be Iraq, it used to be Iraq. You are UK. Nimrod was in the Chaldean oracles. Now that's crazy because I got this here book that tells me that in Od's story he hated Nimrod. Oh, right there. Right there. We taught the smaller cells not to kill. You mean the regular size people? Because it was people 450 feet tall, them smaller cells? Not to pain or SA. We taught them to procreate, the value of the smaller cell females. Nimrod and Og both taught the smaller cells. Oh, for real? When the Bible calls Nimrod a mighty hunter, he was hunting monsters and giants. And you can Google him. He's in the first part of the Bible as well, which would have been when after the seventh generation from Adam in the days of Jared when the angels came down and busted open. You. So now that we can surely see that if we want to know the stories about the angels' children, they hid them in mythology. You just have to figure out who they were in the Akkadian language or in the Egyptian, like, because that was ancient Mesopotamia. So this is where your research comes in at, looking to see how the stories line. Oh, okay, so this is this person. Oh, okay, so that's this person. Okay. The Bible even gives reference to these people, Hermes and oh boy, Hermes and the other one. They say Paul they called something, and Barnabas they called Hermes. Zeus. And then we know that Hiram Abiff is also Agemon or whatever his name is. And Hiram Abiff was friends with David and with Solomon. He was their ally. And we know that he was a master builder and a giant. But in Greek mythology, I think his name is Agamon or Agamon or whatever. It's Agamon, whatever. Mm-hmm. So that's why I told y'all, these people really lived. And this is why Baal was a real person. All of these people that people be worshiping as gods were the children of the fallen angels. All of them. And they say your ancestors. Well, technically, if you come through their bloodline that the mama was busting it open for an angel or an animal, then yeah, you're right. Them is your ancestors. Do you want what they got coming? Is the thing. Why they telling you to go do the same things that destroyed the earth the first time? Because they are now the disembodied spirits. So yeah, they still here. Was Jesus a fallen angel? No. He could be considered a Nephilim though. Because the Spirit of God came down. And if you realize that's what the fallen angels were trying to do, they were trying to create spirit flesh beings before God did it. Because they already knew Jesus was coming. Jesus was in heaven when they was there. They already knew the story because Adam had already, they knew that part of it. So they tried to create the spirit human beings before Jesus could come. Because remember, he's the king, the ruler of all rulers, the king of kings. And what did they do? They came here, had children with women, spirit beings, made it with flesh, which was never supposed to happen. And then they put their children to rule the humans, the natural humans. So they tried to get to God's story before he did. And they became the rulers, the warriors. Genesis says it. This is why the book of Kings is so important. But people just skip over it. They don't care about it. Well, you be missing all your goods right there. Mm-hmm. Yep. We'll go back more into ley lines later and stuff. But I just wanted to show y'all that how interesting that is. That it wasn't until like 1925, really, that certain elite groups started visiting all of these monuments around the world. And then they started studying the space in between. And a lot of these monumental places or these places that were used as sacrifice places and by diviners and magicians are now the Catholic Church spots. And the great basilicas and all of that, they are built on top of all of these places. He says he because he was not created. He didn't come out of no woman. You have to stop thinking in human existence. We have a he and a she because we're in flesh. That's like a car asking you, how can you tell it to turn right? Like a car is a created being. So the created can't question the creator. It says our thoughts are not even his thoughts and his ways is not our ways. Like we think fleshly being and we have a sex because we're here to multiply. That's the only reason we have that. That's it. Because we having a human experience. And in order to multiply, you need two different things to reproduce, unless you're an asexual being, which most people aren't. So your soul gets put into a cup. And just so happen that your cup, so that you can reproduce, is male or female. Now, when you take that away, then you stop reproducing. We have people now that are being chemically castrated, females and males, which is what Lucifer wants. He does not want any more humans to be born. And with so many people taking out their reproductive organs, and it be effed up for some of them, and I hate to say it, y'all, because now we're hearing that a lot, they get the organs and then can't use them. You should have kept your parts. Because now he tricked you out of reproducing, and then you can't even use the organ that you got built for so he tricked you doubly. Because you can't go back and get it unless you put it on ice. It was all about the feeling, and now you can't feel nothing and you can't reproduce. You better check who's telling you. Because he don't want no more humans born at all, because every human gets the chance that he did not get. He got one mistake, and he didn't do it, and the grace was gone. We can mess up every day, sin 1,000 times a day, and God gives us grace and mercy. He did not get that, and he hates us. And if you don't believe it, you can go read it in the book of Adam and Eve in our books, and he says it right there. He like, look, I ain't bound to no human. I was made in creation before them. I was made in creation before them. And the enmity that the Bible talks about between the seed. Where is your seed at? Right here. What are they attacking? The seeds. Taking the fallopian tubes out of women who cannot produce testosterone, that can't produce semen, and then taking the scrotum and that out of the men. They attacking the seed, boo. It doesn't matter if you trans woman, trans man, and y'all done switch, y'all never have kids of y'all own. Y'all reproductive organs can't do it. And this ain't who you want to sleep with. Bang whoever you want to. That don't got nothing to do with me. I'm trying to get you to see what's going on here. And most times, people don't have enough money to put their stuff on ice, so they know you're going to have to adopt somebody else's baby. The enmity between the evil spirits and humans is, we're going to kill all the humans. Either before they can breathe air, or we just going to make sure they don't get air at all. In bloodlines, there you go. You end generations, because once this person can't reproduce, then there's nothing. If they don't save it, you're not reproducing nothing. You can have all the sex you want to, bomb at sex if you want to, but you won't produce anything. So the enmity between the spirit and the seed is winning in a lot of ways right now, because there are millions of humans that will not be reproduced because you don't have the parts anymore to do so. You can look and feel however you want, but there won't be anything produced. Period. Unless you keep what you are born with. So who's getting our folks to cut their reproductive organs out? Could it possibly be the spirit entities that have been here, that caused all the bloodshed, that cried up to heaven, and now they have manufactured a way and hid it under an umbrella of live how you want to? But we don't want no more humans coming from y'all. And it don't matter the race, sex, age, because this is, it ain't about your sex. It's about your organs. And what do witches want? And warlocks, what do? They take your freaking organ and use them in spells. They got a lot of them now. Eggs and everything. They got all the organs they need by the bucket load. They can make whatever kind of humans they want, because if you think they're destroying your eggs when they take them, they not. They gonna lie and tell you they is, and then if they want to make human hybrids with your eggs, that's what they gonna do. You just gave them 2 pockets full of sperm and 2 pockets full of eggs. There You don't need them. You don't want them. So we'll use them to make hybrid humans. Why not? Wonder where they get the jelly babies from? The babies that they growing in the buckets and in the jelly packs that you can push on like jelly packs. Oh, y'all done gave them all y'all need. All they need. They don't gotta go asking nobody to donate no eggs. Y'all already doing it for free. Be right back. All the sperm and eggs they need, they got it. Family, I'm about to go. I'm about to go make some coffee. Get back in my little book and see what I can find. So understand, I'm not against nobody's sex life. Do what you want to, but understand who getting your stuff. Pay attention, and pay attention to the entities that's been here way longer than us. Like I said, something as simple as the medical community, big pharma, names reproductive medicines after the fallen angel that taught men all the death blows, even abortion. So Gardasil and Gardasil are supposed to be for reproductive health, but that is the two names, the two different names, same person, the angel that taught people how to kill unalive, even in the womb. So why would you name my birth control? Oh, I forgot. Because Gardasil stop life, Gardasil stop life, and so does birth control. It stops human life from happening. So it makes perfect sense as to why they called it that. Because that's the angel that stopped life, and the birth control is named after the angel that stops life. Perfect. You know, I mean, I get it. One of the medicines we talked about, we just talked about the other day, vanity. We know the devil's real vain. Lucifer was vain. He's vain. Everything is about beauty and vanity. Well, the medicine that stops you from having a double chin is called Belkyra. And Belkyra is one of the devil's names. You can look it up. It's the double chin injection, Botox. It's called Belkyra. And if you type in Belkyra demon, Lucifer is going to come up. And we did all kind of other medicines too. So, I mean, seeing as how the name pharmacy means incantations, spells, and witchcraft and poison, the word pharmacy, pharmakia, means spell, incantation, witchcraft, or poison. And then we go to the pharmacy to get a script, an RX, a recipe that is named after demons. It makes sense that we get sicker every time we put a medication in our body. Makes perfect sense. And the Bible say when one demon come in, he holds the door open for 7, stronger than the first. And when they get in, the man's situation is his whole life is worse off. His health, everything is worse off. Damn, they give me a medicine for sleep. And now my kidneys is failing. And I got to take another medicine, and now these things are failing. Oh, you mean like one demon coming in because this medicine I just took from the witch that's giving me a spell, an incantation, or some type of poison, and he holding the door open for all the side effects that's on the paper? And even the ancient Chaldeans said that sickness was caused by demons, and now all of our medicine has the prefix. The chemist know the real name, which is Rix something. And Rix, RHYX, is the prefix for a lot of demons' names that cause a sickness. So make it make sense, witches and warlocks up in the FDA, Food and Drug Administration. Because witches give out poison food and they give out powders. Food and drugs that are killing people. Oh. Poison apple. Poison the drink. Poisoned salad, a poisoned steak from the food and drug, the witches and the warlocks. Oh. Oh. And for who's new here? If you don't believe me, real quick, go look up the word pharmakia. Or just type in root word for pharmacy and come back and give me the definition. FDA approved. And they just approved not real meat. Where they using cells to create meat. The Food and Drug Administration. And witches is known for giving out poison food that'll kill you. Slowly or quickly. It just depends on how much they put in it. I'm listening. Pharmakia means drugs or sorcery. Oh. Snow White. Oh. It means spells, glow girl, glow girl, glow glow. Oh. 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 So the word pharmacy means spell, incantation, magic, or poison. And the Food and Drug Administration are one agency. And we know that witches give out poison food. And they give out poisons to kill people. That make them act and see spiritual things and act differently and grow tails and grow parts and lumps and stuff on their body and start seeing stuff and talking to themselves. That's what witches do. And we go to the pharmacy, the witch doctor's house and go get it. And then the doctors that we go see, oh my God, they need what? Eye of newt, the blood of a bat, the veins of a frog, the excrement of a turtle, and a little bit of your blood. Oh, so they take tissue samples from you and bioliquid. You mean the same stuff that they need for a spell? And then they come back and give you a recipe. Back in the day, you had to take all these organs and the liquids to the witch. She mixed them up in a bowl. Boom. Came back and gave you a powder. Now you go to the doctor. They take all those things, tissue samples, blase skip. Boom. They go to their office and bring you back a powder. You go down to the place and go to the pharmacy and pick up the poison. Oh. And you start taking high blood pressure medicine and it brings your blood pressure down, but your throat swell up, your tongue swell up. You can't breathe and you got to be rushed to the hospital. Or they give you the Moderna and now you're sterile. Now you have chronic illnesses. Now you are paralyzed on one side of your body. You mean like when a witch give you something? Now your organs ain't working right. And you got all these lesions on your body. Ain't that what happened when a witch give you a thing? Sores and stuff start showing up. Fainting spells, convulsions, because something else is trying to come from the other realm to get into your body. Oh. Oh. A world ruled by Satan. Come on. See, words are important, but because we just say stuff and we think it's cute or whatever, we don't look at symbols. We don't look anything deeper than skin deep, as we call it, the surface. And God is saying, go deeper. Be careful of the words you speak, because you could be calling somebody. Like how all the food is named after the fallen angels' children. You mean the people that are disembodied spirits now? So when you say, I want some Trident gum, you really calling on old Poseidon. Or when you want some Oreos, you call him the God Oreus. You're calling into you. Or when you say, oh, bring me a Sprite, you mean a spirit, a fairy, a fury, a demon. And the list goes on with our cars, with our coffee, the symbol of the two-tailed mermaid on your favorite coffee place. Sirens, mermaids, you mean children of the fallen angels. Your tire place with the wings on the side, you mean a child of the fallen angels. You mean your good old Maserati or whatever that car is with the trident on the front of it, and that Aurora, and all of these different names are named after different demons, you mean? And you mean the symbol that's on your hospital is actually a very demonic symbol. It's also on the witch show called Charmed, Nikes. Because Eskenazi, the symbol that's on their hospital, was also on your favorite show, Charmed, from the 90s. It's the same symbol on the front of it. Now, I am nowhere against anybody and who they want to sleep with. Y'all know that, right? Whoever you hump on is whoever you hump on, and that don't got nothing to do with me. But did y'all see the video of the people during a pride parade? And they said something, 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 we coming for your children. Did y'all see it? They were chanting this in the streets. Y'all saw that? This ain't nothing against the LGBTQ now. Plus. Like I said, I don't care who you sleep with, but leave the babies out of it.
I don't want to hear anything about any type of hate speech on this
Hold on.
video. Check this out. Super demonic. Who children? Nah, man. Nah. We're here. We're queer. We're coming for your children.
Who you as a grown adult want to screw is on you. We don't care. But why in the world are y'all now targeting? What you want to do is cool. We don't care. Don't nobody care who I'm gonna hop on. It ain't that I'm grown. You grown. But you in the street saying we here, we queer, we coming for your children. Now what if it was people that are not a part of the LGBTQ community out in the streets saying that to the parents that support their child's decision to be in the LGBTQ. Now, how that would be we would be up at Congress somewhere. That's hate speech. That's what they would say. You cannot attack them because they support their children. Make it make sense. I keep saying, just like I said, for the people that want to detransition, the flack that they getting for detrans, something don't be right. It keep going from one thing to another thing to another thing to another thing. It's not even about rights no more. Because I don't care who I don't care who you do it to. As a grown person, who you choose to have sex with is your priority, prerogative, whatever. But what you don't get to do is attack someone's child and say stuff like that. Because if a straight person was to go and say that, it'll be an issue. So why is it okay for the LGBT community to say we coming for your kids? Proudly yelling it in the streets, chanting it. But if straight people said we are not and we are coming for these children that are living this life, it would be something else. Make it make sense. It got to be even all the way down the board, y'all. It got to be even all the way down the board. You can't ask for something you're not giving. You're asking for people to protect the children that want to be in the LGBT, community. But then the LGBT community, not everybody, just this group, is saying, oh, but we coming for yours. The straight children. Huh? So protect the babies that want to dress like a girl that's not a girl. Protect the little boys. The girls that want to dress like a boy. Protect them and let them live free. But now it's the other. Make it make sense. I don't care who you as an adult want to sleep with. Your views and everything. Because my views and what I feel, it don't matter what nobody else feel. They my views. But my views do not get to be pushed on children because they get to have their own views with their own experiences. So you can't say protect these children while saying you gonna attack these. And I'm not saying everybody in the community because it's always some bad apples, but that don't look good. I don't care how y'all try to twist it. It don't look good. You will berate or pummel a straight parent for not accepting their baby, but then you go and you're gonna purposely. You can't make it make sense to me. I don't care how you try to. Nope. Mm-mm. Nope. And I don't care who get mad. I don't give a damn. It's just like I said, y'all, this community, and I'm not speaking, but I participate in certain things, so I feel like I gotta say, with this, if a person want to detransition, why they don't get y'all same love? You're literally doing to them what you feel like your parents did to you when you came out. So it's okay for you to be the bully. It's okay for you to not accept a person for the way that they want to live their life. Because I've been listening to the detransitioners and y'all giving them hell. But still getting mad because people won't call you a woman. Make it make sense to me. I am a woman. Okay, and they a detransitioner. So why they don't get the same love then? Why they don't get the same respect when they don't want to be a part of the community no more? It's fake. Because you can't be asking for everybody all love is love, but why all love don't apply to the detransitioners then? Make that make sense. Love is love. Well, why y'all not loving on the detransitioners? Why are y'all isolating them and making them feel the same way y'all said straight people? Come on now. Y'all better get it together. Auntie said it. You don't make nobody accept you for your new body, and when they want to go to a new body now, that's not acceptable. I'll punch you in your face. Crazy shit. I'm gonna say it. That's some crazy ass shit. Been trying to hold it in the whole damn time. Liars.
You ain't coming for my children. Who children you coming for? That's the agenda of the devil, man. And this is
Indeed. Because if you want love for everybody, that means the people that don't do what you do no more. Because that's what this whole equal rights shit been about. But it seems to me now that a whole bunch of other people's rights is getting infringed on. I'm just going to say it. So I don't care who you hump on. Hump on whoever you want, licks up, do whatever you want to. But leave the babies out of it. Period. You. Uh, it's not okay. And if I call out all the BS in every other area, we going here too. I call out the cheaters, the everybody. We going everywhere. We not gonna keep tiptoeing around stuff. No, we ain't tiptoeing around shit. You don't like it? No double standards, exactly, and that's what we seeing here. It's double standards. You can speak and call me a cis woman, which I don't like. I'm just woman. But if someone calls you a transgender woman, then they're being offensive. Well, cis woman is it's offensive to me. So you get to name me, but I can't. I don't want to be referred to as a trans woman. I just want to be referred to as a woman. Well, I don't want to be referred to as a cis woman. I just want to be referred to as a woman. Not a womb giver, not a birther, a mom. A wombed man. Hump on who you want to. But you don't get to call me names if I don't get to call you none. We go toe for toe here. And we calls out all bullshit all the way around the table. We can talk about the churches. We going in on everybody. We can talk about the cheating men. We can talk about the pedophiles. We can talk about this. We talk about everything. The thieves, the con artists, the hoes, the pimps, the drug dealers. We going all the way around. If we know that the elite are trying to do population control, who do y'all think is behind taking all the reproductive organs before people can reproduce? If the elite are trying to get the population under 500 million, who do you think is behind gender reassignment? Because when your gender is reassigned, you cannot produce people anymore. And then for these babies to not even be able to use their sexual organs, a lot of them afterwards, and they're getting osteoporosis at 22 years old. Their bones are breaking down. Their hearts are not stable. They got kidney failure and all of this because their body keeps trying to reject the hormones and go back. And there's no doctors that can help them. So many people are saying that they wish they would have told them the health risk, and now they can't even use their parts. And y'all think it's funny? These people are messed up. Not everybody, but a good number of them. So they won't even be able to have a sexual relationship with another person. Something that God gave us as a thing to feel this is the closest person to me. Because either I've been in your body or you've been in mine, however that works. And that's even being taken away. Because they parts, some of them don't work. So then you're going to feel more isolated because you can't have the come on, man. Sterilizing them while they're young, chemical castration, or literally. Literally. And then they don't even give them the option to keep their eggs or keep their sperm because a lot of people barely be having the money for the surgery. Why y'all don't offer that so later on down the line they could get their babies? You ain't worried about it because you don't want no more humans born anyway. FDA. This is not about who you want to have sex with as an adult. This is about what the demons. Oh my God, who was they killing before they could have back in the day? They sacrificed young children under the age of like 12 before they had ever hit puberty because they look at them as the purest. They're giving these babies gender reassignment at 11, 12, 13 years old. So Look at your baby. Don't you want to see grandkids from your baby? I understand letting people live the life that they're going to live, but don't you want to see your line reproduce? Humans were put here to reproduce. Now, yes, some of them are not able to. Okay, I get it. But for the most part, we wouldn't have abortion clinics if people wasn't still reproducing at massive rates. So if you have a baby that's in the community and they're going to transition, at least talk to them about preserving their eggs or their sperm, y'all, so that you can see some grandbabies out of your grandbabies, out of your babies. If you're going to support them and being parents too. Because what you're not thinking about is who's going to take care of them when they get old. The cycle of life is you take care of your children and they take care of you. So a lot of these people, I don't want no kids. Well, who the hell going to take care of you when you get old? You were selfish, and now all you gonna have when you old is yourself. So it ain't gonna be nobody to come in the old folks home and make sure they cleaning you, make sure you ain't got bed sores, cause your money or living your fabulous life was more important. Well, I know somebody, a few people right now that have that same mentality, and when they get sick, it ain't nobody to come see about them. They nieces and nephews ain't gonna do it. So who gonna take care of you since you don't want no kids? If you get sick, who's coming to check on you? Because your friends is gonna get busy with their life and their grandkids and their great grandkids. They're gonna be busy living that life. So who you gonna have? The Bible says when all you think about yourself, all you have is yourself, and that's a real statement, even in elder age. Like I know people. You got all them kids. I got 4 people that can take different rounds, taking care of me too. They gonna come and check and make sure because I made sure they were straight. I didn't let nobody abuse them. So what you do to your children, they will do to you. I kept them clean, kept them smelling good. So what you think they gonna do when they get? If I gotta go into an old folks home and they come in there and I'm stinking and they know that ain't normally how I be, then that's gonna be an issue. If I got bed sores or whatever, they gonna look out for me. But when you and everybody got their choice, but you ain't thinking about when you get old. And you might be old. I mean, because it's 40-year-olds in old folks' homes, 60-year-olds, 80-year-olds, and some people be there for 40 years. That's a long time not to have nobody come visit you, and the only person you're seeing is the staff. Because as crazy as me and my mama relationship is, if something happened where she could not wipe herself, I'm going. The thing I'm about to let some people is as crazy as she treated me. The fact that she act like I don't even exist. Do you actually think when she is old and brittle, I will beat your damn face in if you clean her. Matter of fact, move and give me the towel. No matter if we get along, that's still my mama. And when she can't do it for herself, I will be there to do it. Let my mama be sitting up in no thing. Is you crazy? I don't care what she did to me. I'm not about to let her suffer like that. And she old too, and they be beating people and SAing them old women and men and something. Man, I'll tear everything up in here. We don't get along right now, but I guarantee you, if they put her in a home, I'm gonna have to find a way to move where she at. Anybody can get it. What you just said, Janae? You better get my mama together. Did she eat today? Don't be feeding her no slop. Well, she probably ain't gonna want to live with me, but I'll be where she at so I can take care of. She ain't gonna want to live with me. She probably be too scared I'll be trying to hurt her. So all the stuff she did, they be aware. I wouldn't want to shock her. Now I got you, mama. Now you don't gotta live with me, but you can. I'm gonna come check on you. So, babies, if you are deciding to transition or whatever it is that you're doing, think about your lineage. Think about trying to save your put your stuff on ice. Okay? I ain't telling you what not to do. I'm saying think about later, not just what you feel right now, because life changes, your thought patterns change, and what you think at 25, you won't think at 30. What you think at 30, you won't think at 35, and so on and so forth. Life changes very drastically. And I'm a person that can tell you there's so many decisions that I made that I regret now if I could go back. But it wasn't permanent. It wasn't a permanent decision. Like, even my tubes being tied, I can go get them untied. And they'll grow back. I can still have a kid if I want to. You see what I'm saying? Even though they clip them and burn them, I can still go in, they put a tube there, bam, I'm back in business. Baby factory back open. But if you remove everything, you know what I'm saying? One of your children that was going to give you a kidney or a lung or blood cell transfer or whatever, plasma, you might be getting rid of them. The baby that could save your life, the baby that's going to have the same bone marrow as you, you just killed your cure. You just got rid of it. So think about that. Put some embryos. I don't know how they freeze the sperm or whatever, but look into that before you get to moving stuff around. Get the money up to put your lineage up first. And then if you're going to have the surgery, do what you're going to do. But get you some lineage first. Okay, look at that. I'm a gay woman and I made sure I had children when I was in my 20s. Okay, that part. That part right there. I gotta have some lineage. Who's going to take care of me? Yeah. Friends go away, honey. Don't bank on that. Don't do it. But get you some babies. It's the first thing God told you to do. Be fruitful and multiply, basically, as far as like the whole interaction stuff. So if your parents is gonna support you, have them put your babies on ice so you can have some children later. 27 with 2. Oh, you doing real good, girl. Hell, I had 4 by 23. What you done said? Yeah. You 28, 46 with 1. Damn. Oh, yeah, I was done and over by 23. Yeah, I won't be needing none of these. You said I'm 45 with 8. Bet. If I would have got my tubes tied, we'd be neck and neck. Probably more than that. Yeah, I had to go and get them babies tied up. I said, and now I know it's a sin because I probably had like 50 kids. My old fertile myrtle self. Listen. Honey, no. I had my kids at 16, 19, 21, 22, and 23. And the only reason I didn't have one in between the middle two The second and the third is because I was on the depot for like 6 weeks, and then it stayed in my system for about, she said, about 36 months. And right when that 36 months just about was up, I got pregnant. One damn depot shot kept me for 3 years, but as soon as it got to about that 36 month, baby, I was knocked up. What you just said. Yes, it's a sin to get your tubes tied. You're not supposed to. Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. I'd have had a million kids. Yep, I'd have been right there. Like, how old is they? 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, and 2. That would have been my story, I'm telling y'all. Because fertile murder, you look at me and I get pregnant. That would have been my story. Every year. I got cousins that had a baby every year since we was like 15. More than one. Males and females. They done had babies just about every year since they were 17. What's my YouTube? It is CERCA TROVA 22. And mine would have been right about there. Every other year I'd have been having a kid. Yes. Reagan, listen. Rihanna, Yep. So I said, well, Doc, I think my time has come for the childbearing. I'd have had stair step all the way down. I already know. Myrtle. I said, yeah, well, Doc, he said, you're going to die if you have another baby. Your body can't take it. He said, you're going to die. I said, you sure? He said, yep. You are close to dying, so it's either this or... Mom said, you need to do it, because who's going to take care of all these kids if you die? So, kind of, well, all right. I don't know. Mary was 14 years old when she had Jesus. Mary was 14 when she had Jesus. Did y'all know? She's 14. Mary, the mother of Jesus, was a teen mom. So she was, what, only in her 50s or something when he died? Where can you find it? The birth of Mary. And depending on which version, the infancy of Jesus Christ. I'm about to go eat, y'all. We've been on here 179 minutes and 23 seconds. I love y'all. I gotta go.